Manny's a generational talented fighter. Like, he's accomplished what no other fighter is ever going to accomplish.
Yeah.
Again, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own.
Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer. That's when I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
Hard work first. Do it quick. Your mind, your heart, your focus. Let's go.
Terence Crawford explains why Manny Pacquiao might defeat Floyd Mayweather, saying quickness declines, yet strength, technique, and legacy stay exceptional, leaving a win still achievable.
You lose speed, you may lose athleticism, but that power gonna still be there. Look at George Foreman.
Right.
Max Kellerman commends Manny Pacquiao, stating his accomplishments surpassed those of Floyd Mayweather Jr., and he continued performing strongly despite spending years inactive.
This is going, bro. By the way, if he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man, I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that. Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
What do you think's going to happen here, though? What do we think's going to happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
I'll watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
Nicholas Irving points out that a current bout between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao would attract minimal excitement, since the rivalry reached its height more than 10 years ago.
Today is his birthday. He just turned 49.
Okay. I mean, granted, Pacquiao and Floyd are still better than a lot of fighters out that are active right now. That's how good they were in their prime, and that's the dedication they had to the sport. But, like, again, no one asked for a Floyd-Pacquiao fight, part 2. We've already watched the first one, and I think that first one should have happened way before in his career. Way before that fight, back when they were both, hungry dogs and not hopping around trying to this fight to keep a whatever record. Pacquiao's my guy too, but I just don't have a desire to watch these two go back at it again. I saw the first one, and it was just like every other Floyd fight after he broke his hand.
Joe Rogan tells Jim Lampley that Manny Pacquiao's strength stands alone, having ruled 8 divisions with an exceptionally remarkable resume.
Kept his power through 8 weight classes. That is just wild. Like, what other fighter can you name that went through 8 different weight classes as a world champion?
I can't. None. No, obvious.
Jim Lampley states that delivering powerful punches involves technical understanding, and Manny Pacquiao instinctively displays it with accuracy.
Punching is not a physical gift. Power punching is a science. Power punching is the product of real technical knowledge. Power punching is about footwork, weight shift, the angle at which you deliver the punch, all sorts of things not directly related to your strength or quote.
Despite his age, Manny Pacquiao stays motivated and powerful, believing success in boxing relies on passion, ability, and commitment rather than time.
Boxing for 4 years. It's good for me, for my body, because I've been I started boxing when I was young, so good for my body to rest for 4 years and then now come back. I feel like I'm, the passion, the fire in my eyes, to work hard, like that, is still there.
Preparing and stepping back into boxing refreshes Manny Pacquiao, increasing his self-belief, concentration, and overall feeling of direction.
It's a good thing for me that I have rest. I have time to rest for the longest time in my career. It help a lot for my body and my mind relaxing. And this time around, I'm so excited and feeling like I'm young.
Do you feel you have something to prove in this fight, Manny? I know you've accomplished so much, but do you feel you personally, you want to show something to the world or prove something?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge that they might think that oh man, his career is over and he's old like that. So something wrong that I need to prove it, and I'm not done yet.
Serving as Manny's trainer, Freddie Roach says a rematch with Floyd could end in victory, allowing him to demonstrate what circumstances prevented him from showing the first time.
You turn back the clock maybe 5 years. It looked like he was quicker, sharper, more explosive than I've seen him since pre-Floyd Mayweather fight.
I do agree with you, and he gave up his killer instinct a lot, but he didn't want to hurt his opponents, and all he had to do was beat them. And after losing a couple bad decisions, that kind of went away a little.
So did you see a little more killer instinct?
Definitely, yeah. In this training camp, it was. Even in his last fight, it was a little more. He's shown a little bit more each fight, and then in this training...
Manny dedicates himself completely to boxing, explaining that his attention is entirely on the sport now, with every distraction set aside.
I miss the sport I love since when I was young. And after, but it's good for me because when I rest 4 years, like my body is still okay, and then I keep on, even though I hung up my gloves, but I always work out, playing basketball.
You do still?
Yeah, work out, playing basketball, gym, and badminton like that. So because my house is, I have my own gym. So
that's good.
I can work out basketball, badminton, like that, things like that.
But what did Freddie Roach say when you called him and said, Freddie, we're gonna fight again? What did he say to you? Remember?
Yeah, he's happy. He's just observing me, and then he saw my speed, my movement like that still there.
During training camp, Manny displays exceptional speed, combining precise movements with agility, highlighting his sharp reflexes and powerful boxing abilities.
Samahan natin sa laban niya.
Ang isang nag-undergo ng training ay hindi lamang po ito para sa ibang tao o para sa kanino, kundi para din sa ating sarili. We undergo training because we want to learn more and we want to improve ourselves.
Manny Pacquiao enters training with complete resolve, ready to challenge Floyd Mayweather once more. He concentrates fully on his preparation, leaving previous distractions, injuries, and obstacles behind. Every strike, step, and exercise is intentional, enhancing both speed and power while prioritizing accuracy and safety. With disciplined routines, he fine-tunes his timing, footwork, and tactics, aiming to reach peak performance without jeopardizing his health. Manny's focus is unwavering. This rematch centers on skill, precision, and execution. Committed wholeheartedly, he tackles each session with intensity, prepared to perform at his best while safeguarding his body and legacy.
The time comes to my mind, my heart, like, I'm busy, tired. Then forget about boxing. Yeah, right? But as long as you have passion, dedication,
you have fire, then
yes, of course. But look at your body also. Sometimes your mind is active, but your body is
not. Mine stopped a long time ago.
So that's why I'm trying.
Nicholas Irving points out that a true matchup between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. should have taken place more than 10 years ago. He notes that back then, both fighters were in their prime, and the boxing world was fully engaged with the potential bout. However, the fight never happened at that time. Now, more than a decade later, public interest has dropped considerably. Irving suggests that the current push for a rematch seems more like an effort to entertain fans than a genuine contest between peak athletes. He argues that this timing reduces the fight's credibility, making it feel like a commercial spectacle rather than a historically meaningful clash.
Just, beating up, Mike Tyson and the whole Pacquiao thing, just like no one asked for it.
No, and in terms of the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao fight, I'm with you, and I am a boxing fan when they fought the first time, it was 5 years too late.
Exactly.
It's been 11 years since that first fight.
Damn. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Like a legit 11 years. I think they fought somewhere 2016,
Yeah.
maybe 2015, 2016. This is the fight nobody asked for.
Yeah.
You know, and if y'all didn't make that fight worth watching when you were 11 years young.
Sean Porter recently shared his view on the upcoming Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight, stressing that Manny stepping into the ring doesn't hold as much significance as it might seem. Porter points out that Mayweather's return is mainly financially motivated. He explains that Floyd's career has always been defined by wealth, luxury, and living life on his own terms. Private jets, extravagant spending, and high-profile events included. Porter adds that most of Mayweather's key decisions have prioritized earning money over pure competition or legacy.
You see a fighter retire and then come back. Don't jump to the conclusion that that fighter is broke. Don't jump to the conclusion that that fighter don't know what else to do with their lives. Understand that that fighter has put in countless hours and days and years, upwards to the 30 and 40, and when that person says, I'm going back to work, that's essentially what they're doing. They're just going back to work. Can't be too mad at it.
I think the main thing, I don't know how much people are mad and hate Manny, but Floyd's whole persona was, I print money. I'm bigger than the dollar.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
I got a private jet. I got a house here, a mansion here. Everything was money, 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 money. And people watch Floyd for majority of his career for him to lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you lost all that money. People just want to see him Floyd lose because of the persona he built up. Floyd Money.
Porter adds that a genuine rematch with Manny was never something Mayweather intended. After their initial encounter, Floyd showed he had clearly outperformed Pacquiao and chose to step away, leaving no chance for a return fight at that time. Porter suggests that the notion of a new bout is driven less by proving who is better, and more by generating revenue, attracting fans, and exploiting lingering interest in their rivalry. While Manny's involvement may thrill audiences, Porter emphasizes that the primary motivation comes from Mayweather's business-focused mindset and his aim to retain financial control.
Forced at almost 50 years old to come out of retirement to jeopardize his own, which he never really wanted to jeopardize. He never wanted to give Pacquiao his rematch. I beat him.
Yeah.
I walked away in his mind and with a record to back it up. You know, it's an art. He has a seat at the table of the greatest who ever did it. I don't think he ever wanted to jeopardize it. And so if you're coming back having to jeopardize it when you didn't really want to, and people could argue it's not jeopardized, he'll always be Pacquiao 7 days a week and all that. That's a different dynamic.
I don't think a rematch was needed at the time either.
Well, it's not needed now.
Yeah, but that back then,
Yeah, it's not needed now. So I think there's a difference though between, yeah, I'm fighting for money. Yes, I'm still in my prime or close to it. I can still operate at the highest level, and I'm coming back because I owe people money and I need to get.
At the same time, Paulie Malignaggi and Chris Algieri examine Manny Pacquiao's technique and punching power, noting that even at 47, his shots remain impactful. Malignaggi describes Pacquiao's punches as hitting like bricks, blending speed with force. He explains that while many fighters rely mostly on quickness, Pacquiao adds a sharp snap, making his punches land hard despite his age. The analysts also reflect on his performance against Mario Barrios. Following a 4.5-year break, Pacquiao still threw strong punches, though they lacked the explosive snap of his prime. Malignaggi points out that Barrios' predictable style contributed to Pacquiao's effectiveness, as he only attacks from certain positions, giving Pacquiao clearer targets.
Thurman, Pacquiao's bricks in his gloves. Like they're just hard.
At 47, even at 40, he had that snap.
I know the snap. The difference is so I always said this about Pacquiao. But how's he punch? I'll make you punch is good. He's very, very fast, but also at the end of that is a brick. Because you can be really fast. You hit somebody with a feather. It's not we'll get you reacted. No, he hits you. It's like boom, whoa. And again, I'm not the only person who says it. Thurman said the same thing. Another guy that he fought way older and at 147.
But it wasn't the Pacquiao that again. The way he looked against Barrios was very different. He was pushing his point. I never saw him push out punches because he couldn't generate the speed and the
also never saw him at their.
Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi also explored how aging influences a boxer's speed. After years away from the ring, even a fighter of Pacquiao's caliber can't fully reproduce the explosive snap he had in his 20s or 30s. Still, his punches retain force and precise placement, demonstrating his technical expertise. The conversation then shifts to legacy, noting that while a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. is intriguing, its significance primarily matters to the fighters themselves. Although fans might debate its importance, the result would hold personal meaning, serving as a final chapter in their careers. Overall, the discussion underscores Pacquiao's lasting power, tactical intelligence, and the way his legacy remains strong even in the later stages of his career.
Snap your punches. You know, if you come back at 30 years old from 20 years old, you know? But 47, he wasn't snapping no punches.
He threw him hard enough because Barrios didn't do anything.
Barrios sucks. He doesn't throw any punches.
Barrios not going to throw punches because
Barrios also has to set himself the way he wants to set himself, put his hands in a certain position, his feet in a certain position, and then he throws punches. Like he basically announces to the whole world, hey, okay, I'm going to throw a punch now. So, you know, it's not the same thing. There was no reaction from Barrios because Barrios won't react unless he's in a set position to punch. He will not punch unless he's in any other position. So yeah, sometimes Pacquiao's hands can put him out of position. Barrios will have a punch out of when he's out of position. He's just not that kind of guy.
This idea too, and you brought it up about Pacquiao saying, "I'm going to give him that L. This is going to carry that. He's going to carry this with him the rest of his life." Is legacy secure at this point? Yeah. If Mayweather loses, which is certainly possible.
Dan Rafael points out that the Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather fight has been strategically scheduled, coordinating both fighters' calendars to allow a September 19th bout at the Sphere in Las Vegas. He stresses that this timing is deliberate, giving each boxer sufficient preparation while building maximum fan excitement. The venue selection underscores the event's scale, designed to deliver a spectacle rather than a typical boxing match.
In an exhibition bout, also probably in April, but in a different location. And it sets them up on the same time schedule where if they're going to do a rematch September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. The fact that Netflix is doing it is not surprising at all. That's always been what they've been talking about doing. I think both fighters and everybody involved understands that it's one thing when everybody wanted to see the fight in 2015, you put it on pay-per-view and it's going to be a blockbuster, which it was. They charged $100 before the pay-per-view, the biggest price ever for a pay-per-view. And it set every conceivable record that you could think of in terms of gate, boxing, pay-per-view buys, overall revenue, the sponsorships, the merchandise. You pick a metric and it broke the record. That would not be the case now, 11 years down the road, since they first fought in 2015. So they needed somebody to put up big money, and it really fits the profile of what Netflix is trying to do.
Rafael points out Netflix's role in promoting the fight, explaining that it aligns with the platform's strategy of supporting major events that capture widespread attention. Unlike typical boxing matches that rely mostly on traditional pay-per-view, Netflix provides a vast global audience, reaching viewers beyond the usual fan base. He notes that this partnership is logical, given the legendary status of both fighters and the built-in media buzz around their clash. The discussion also emphasizes that while the fight is exciting, it's equally about business strategy, coordinating. The fighters' schedules, selecting a high-profile venue, and working with Netflix are all designed to maximize revenue and worldwide exposure. Rafael highlights that the timing, media approach, and venue choice combine to make this event more than a sporting contest. It's crafted to be a cultural moment in boxing history.
Big events, and whatever you want to say about it, maybe not for guys like me or you who are involved in doing boxing-related stuff on a daily basis, but for the regular person that's scrolling through Netflix to see what's on a weekend night, they're going to look and say, oh, Mayweather, Pacquiao, I know those guys. They're as famous as any boxers in the world. And if it doesn't cost me any extra money and I'm just paying my normal subscription, yeah, I'll check it out. And it's going to do big numbers. That's why Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson did the numbers it did. And that's why, we saw them be interested in a fight like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua and the other events that they have done. Tyson Fury's come back as they try to, build up more in the UK. And this is going to be the same situation. They put out a lot of money to do the fight, but not as much as what obviously they generated in 2015. And, it'll be a big event. But how much of a fight it will be? Who the hell?
Don't miss this epic breakdown of the Pacquiao versus Mayweather rematch. Every detail, from power, legacy, and strategy to the business behind the spectacle, is here. Watch closely, feel the intensity, and join the conversation. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think will truly dominate this historic showdown?